When is Arc 2 actually coming out? We got the trailer, Vin Diesel, mutated dinosaurs, cross-platform mods. Everybody got excited, but then it kind of phased out. And it was slated for 2024. Well, that has come and gone. Today, we are going to go over everything when it comes to Arc 2. The drama surrounding all of it with the multiple publishers and the switches from owners and the server drama and everything we know about it confirmed and leaks. We're going to try to also kind of lock in and get a timeline when we could actually get this game. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Jimmy or Chaos. Thank you for all the love on the videos. Thank you for 10,000 subscribers. And yes, I read every single comment on every single video. Now, Arc 2. It was announced at the Game Awards. Oh, full release in 2022. Do you guys remember that? Then it got delayed to 2023. Then it was late 2024. And now Studio Wildcard's basically saying they need 18 more months of focused dev time just to get to early access. Now, realistically, most insiders expect Arc 2 won't drop until 2026 or later. Maybe even 2028, depending on how long Wildcard stays focused on Ark Survival Ascended. Now, platforms, Arc 2, as of right now, will exclusively be on the Xbox Series X and S and PC, but by the time we get it, it could actually be Xbox Prime. We'll see, and it will be on Game Pass on day one. Now, they have said a PlayStation release could happen later, but there is nothing confirmed. So let's talk about the story before we get into all the drama that is swirling around the back end of the entire Ark franchise. The story picks up right after Ark Survival Evolves Genesis Part 2. Your character's clone, Santiago, played by Vin Diesel, of course, it's all about family and dinosaurs, crash lands on a new primal planet with his daughter Mika. Now they're trying to survive in this new wild world filled with dinosaurs and hostile tribes. They're definitely going for way more of a storyline here than they ever have in the past. Now, Studio Wildcard did confirm that the upcoming Lost Colony DLC for Survival Ascended directly connects to Arc 2's story. So if you want the full context, that expansion will be your setup. And the closest thing we have to Arc 2 anytime in the near future. Now, Arc 2's gameplay will be getting a full overhaul. It's now third person only. The Wildcard says combat will be Souls-like. So think dodging, think stamina management, think combos, think parrying. Things like that. Traversal is more dynamic too, of course. Zip lines, climbings, vines, parkour style movement. Many upgrades here. And then you add in full RPG mechanics. You're going to have skill trees, deeper crafting systems, world events that actually impact the whole map. It's clear they want to go big. And like with a lot of developers, they're very ambitious. But all these things, I mean, it takes a lot to get all of this right. It sounds amazing. It sounds much more in-depth and deep than the past ones. But to say it and then actually deliver on it are two different things. And of course, you will still be taming dinosaurs, you'll be building bases, you have to survive the elements, but this one is set up to be a much more cinematic, story-driven, grounded approach than Arc 1, which if they can hit that, that's going to be pretty cool. Now, one big thing is crossplay. It is going to be confirmed between Xbox and PC, and full cross-platform mod support is coming because of mod.io. So that means console players will be able to download and run PC-made mods. You'll be able to run maps, dinosaurs, you name it. If you're on a console, you can actually take advantage of the PC mods. Now, Wildcard's goal is to make the modding community completely accessible across all platforms. And that is honestly, to me, one of the biggest things that Arc 2 has going for it. Now, we love to talk about fan theories on this channel. Let's talk about a couple. A lot of Reddit users think that the enemies we saw in the early Arc 2 footage, they think they're not aliens at all. They think they might actually be mutated humans. So actually descendants from other Ark survivors who evolved or devolved into isolation. That would actually fit with the whole cloning and the Ark tech angle thing and the cave paintings and the overgrown ruins in the trailer. It definitely hints at something deeper. Now, it's not confirmed, but it's a fan theory with some serious traction, and it makes a lot of sense for me. Now, here's where things get real. If you've been keeping up with Ark Survival Ascended, you've probably heard of Nitrado. Now, Studio Wildcard signed an exclusive server hosting deal with this company, meaning only Nitrado can host official ASA servers for the next 3 to 5 years. Now, what's the problem with that? Well, there's a lot of problems. Their minimum server size is 26 slots, and that's around $33 a month. So if you're just playing with a few friends, too bad. You're going to be paying big. And my son actually has this problem. He plays with 1 or 2 friends at the most, sometimes himself, but he would still have to pay $33 a month. Now, the community, They've been loud about this, pissed off about this. Reddit, Steam, forums, it doesn't matter. Complaints about the lag, the server crashes, the wipe saves, super slow patch rollouts, and the fact that you can only buy a big server. One comment straight up said it's a monopoly with no upside for players. Now, there has been a petition demanding Wildcard open up server hosting, and it's gotten over 6,500 signatures. Eventually, Wildcard caved just a little. They lifted the Steam DRM, so now PC users can self-host. Console players and cluster servers, they're still locked into that company. They have no options. So if Arc 2 follows that same model, it could really restrict how players run private or modded servers, especially across platforms. And you would think Wildcard has to see this, and they have to know that. And then Snail Games, which we'll talk about in a second, you would think that as well. But if this ends up being what carries over as a model, people are not going to be happy about it. And I mentioned Snail Games. Well, they're a huge part of the entire Arc picture. Studio Wildcard has been owned by Snail Games since 2015. They are a Chinese gaming company operating in the USA. They've been overseeing Arc's business side ever since. Now, Reddit users have literally blamed Snail for a lot of the game's more controversial moments over the years. You had the rise in cheaters from Chinese-hosted servers, you had spotty communication, and more recently, the monetization push with ASA. Now, Snail has been front and center, hyping Arc's 10-year anniversary, even promoting stuff like a Power Rangers mod on CurseForge. But keep in mind, creative control, it's still under their umbrella. At GDC 2025 this year, Snail showed off a new Arc DLC Aquatica and teased some new non-wildcard projects. And a few of those turned out to be AI-generated trailers that the community absolutely slammed into the dirt. And Studio Wildcard quickly distanced themselves from all of it, saying they didn't approve or even know about them until the fact, which is crazy. There's no synergy there between the two companies. The fact they didn't even know these were going to be dropped, that tells you all you need to know. So yeah, Snail gives Wildcard more reach and publishing power, sure. But it also means Arc 2 is still tied to corporate decisions that might not always line up with the players. It's not a might not always, it's they won't. The suits, they don't care. They're not gamers, they're not fans, they're not worried about what the community thinks. They're not like the devs at all. So that is something we need to watch and be very wary of. So here's the recap. Here's the big picture. Arc 2 looks very ambitious. Better combat, deep survival, full mod support, stronger narrative, full storyline, could be very deep and immersive. Sounds great. But then we have the hosting restrictions, and we have Snail Games influence, and those could be very, very big obstacles for Arc 2. So if you care about mods, if you care about private servers like my son does, or just fair pricing, those back-end decisions matter just as much as what you saw in the trailer. So let me know. If you guys want me to keep you updated when anything new Arc 2 comes out, I definitely will. Do you trust Wildcard to handle all of this right? We'll see. I'll see you guys soon.